Hello everyone, and welcome to another game full of Warships. Today it's one of my replays, and I'm in the Annapolis. A US super ship, so basically tier 11. I'm on map Warriors Path. It's a 3-point domination game. It's well a tier 11 battle, with quite a few super ships around actually. And yet the Annapolis is basically just a bigger Des Moines. Now I'm detected here, so I'm popping some radar, and I found myself a daring. And this daring will not be very happy because that hurt a lot. Now I've actually switched to the rapid fire mode there, and the reason I've done that is because, as you can see, he's basically leaving my radar range here. So I was like, I just want to get off one more salvo and let's make it count. So I've done, well, he's still burning. I've done almost 15,000 points of damage to that daring, so it's not gonna be a happy destroyer. So just a quick explanation if you don't know how the burst fire mode works. Basically you can switch at any time, right? When your guns are reloaded you can just normally fire, or you can switch to burst fire mode, and burst fire mode means you are shooting 3 salvos almost at once, but then you go through a very long reload. So it's exactly that, it gives you some burst fire. It's worse for your DPM, but if you need that burst very quickly, like for example, the daring was a very good example of that, right? I knew the daring would be running out of my radar, and I couldn't normally shoot like 3 more salvos into him. So I just went to the burst, and I got a lot of shells out before it disappeared. Now I'm also reversing towards the B cap. The reason I'm doing this is because I've realized that there isn't much to shoot at here at C, and B might need some help against the Yamagiri. Now we have a Halland in there who already took a bit of damage, but it's a Halland, it can heal. And, well, I mean, there's still a minute for my raid. Actually, you know what, let's slightly speed this up, because as you can see, I'm just casually reversing here until I'm in a position to do something. Now my radar still isn't ready, but you know, it's 14 seconds now, so now I'm in position. It looks like a Yamagiri left, but he might be coming back. Actually, I mean, he's still contesting the camp. Wait, there he is. So basically you have the Moines guns here, but you have 3 more, so you're even scarier than a Des Moines. And, you know, you have that burst fire if needed. The burst fire is a bit of a situational thing still. But yeah, we've gotten the Yamagiri. And the Halland survived, which is nice. Oof. Well, he should be in cover here. Well, okay, no, wait, he's raided. So... oh, well, we've lost the Halland. That's a shame. But so far 2 enemy destroyers are down and we've lost 1, so it's not looking too bad. We have, well, we have the C cap, we kinda have the A cap, but we might be losing it right now. And again there's Des Moines there, maybe it can stop that cover from cap. And I'm going forward towards C again. But, you know, when I think about it, what am I gonna do around the C cap anyway? The Satsuma is pretty far in the back here. This is the Horn. I don't have the best range, basically because I'm more or less a Des Moines. So there isn't gonna be... like, there isn't gonna be a good target for me. Annapolis is not gonna poke out here, probably. And there is no destroyer for me to take care of. So this is basically an ideal situation for battleships to push in, because we have 4 battleships here, and... well, I mean, the Georgia has taken a bit of a beating, but, you know, there's still a lot of health around here, especially if the Shikishima takes the lead. Well, we even have a Hanover. So, pretty great rolling battleship there. If those guys just push in, they should be able to deal with that nicely. Meanwhile, Chobart is coming towards the B-cap. The good news is that the Chobart has 380mm guns, so I don't have to worry about overmatch. So I feel pretty confident in taking out this Chobart. The Montana can go through my nose, so that might be a bit more problematic. But once again, the Montana can't overmatch 30mm, only 27. So, you know, it could be a lot worse. And here is the Shabbat. Now I'm gonna go to armor piercing because I see a lot of broadside. I might be a little bit too broadside myself. Speaking of broadside. So I need to angle here. Of course, I can't use my rear guns, which is a shame. But hey, I mean, I still have the front guns. That's obviously something to keep in mind, right? If you go like sort of nose-in, you're basically the same as a Des Moines, gun power-wise. Because the Des Moines also has 2 front turrets. Now this Shabbat might be eating a bit of fish, which I wouldn't mind. Well, or maybe he isn't. But the Montana ate the fish, so that's good. Now I'm being raided by the Annapolis, and we knew the Annapolis is on the other side of this island, it probably still is. I should honestly be a bit more concerned, because if this Annapolis comes around now, I could be in a lot of trouble, right? If the Annapolis loads armor piercing and goes burst fire mode, it can one-clip me very easily. So I'm making a bit of a mistake here by ignoring that fact and focusing on the Kaaba, and there it comes. That's the Annapolis, and that's the burst fire mode, and that's me getting lucky because I could have died. Now, of course, the Annapolis is sort of doing the same thing. Problem is, I'm not sure if I can get a lot of shells over this island still, but I'm basically returning the favor. Oh, I mean, 14 penetrations is nice, but not a citadel. So, I got lucky here. Let's be honest. I mean, I would have also been nice if I got a citadel or so in return there. But you know, we both survived. Now overall, this battle isn't looking too bad. We are 2 ships ahead, and we are equal on caps. We have a lead on points. Looks like the Annapolis is coming back though, so my burst fire mode is still loaded. Oh, he's angling this time. Well, I mean, he's very low and he's getting wrecked. I mean, burst fire mode might not be necessarily the best choice here, but we'll go for it. And is he turning too much here? Oh yeah, he's sort of turning broadside. So I mean, he wanted to flee towards his team, I guess, but he might have turned a bit too much there. And again, he might have been more concerned. Actually, he turned also too much for the Musashi in that case. Well, who cares? You know, worked out well for me. Now, the ships have almost equalized here. But we could potentially just grab the B-cap. I'm a bit hesitant because right now I'm in reasonable cover. I can go to the center island, but there is a large fleet there that might be able to shoot me if I get detected around here. So we'll see how I want to handle this. I can stay here, have this... Well, I mean, this island isn't even that high, right? So some ships could get some bad ideas there. So I'm gonna reverse a little bit, and we'll see if we can't help sink that Missouri there. Might be a good idea to go for some armor piercing here. Oh no, now he's angling. Oh. Well, never mind. Never mind then. So meanwhile, we have at the sea cap, we only have our Shikishima left, who is charging a Satsuma. And there's probably the Horn that's on the J line. It's so far away that we can't even see the ship name display. Meanwhile, we have a Shimmer against the Kaba there in the 1-2 line. That, I mean, I don't know the health pools involved. The Kaba seems very low, so the Shimmer might have this. Can't see the Shimmer's health pool. Now there is a Satsuma coming around here. Right now, I mostly just wanna camp. I'm still hoping our Shima got this. So the Shikishima got their own. Yes, the Shima got this. That's perfect. Now the enemy team is screwed because they've. Oh our shimmer is still alive and they don't have a destroyer anymore. They don't have a radar or anything. And we have to... I mean, if the Satsuma wins against the Shikishima, he can grab C. But they need to clear out a lot of our ships if they want to have a chance there. So I'm a bit afraid of this Satsuma. I'm trying to go back into concealment. I'm also going to broadside to the Yoshino. I was thinking earlier I could get away with shooting, but well, that wasn't the case. Now I should be able to get away with shooting. Oh, maybe not. I should have checked the Satsuma a bit more. It's okay, it's okay. Gonna find some cover here. So interestingly enough, the enemy Satsuma isn't actually going to engage our ships here, but is sailing for the zone wall. Which is good news for us, because any delay is, like, even if the Satsuma manages to sink a lot of ships, right? If he's at the zone wall, he can't contest any points, and then we'll just win on that. Because with our shimmer still going, the enemy has to be really concerned about camps. Now I'm gonna try to lob some shells here at this Yoshino. Like at Des Moines, I have some pretty good gun angles. But he stopped coming this way, so... I have to say, I like the Annapolis. It's like the burst fire mode is a bit of a gimmick. It has its uses, but it's not something that you'll... I mean, they're probably not even something you'll use every battle, but if you know when to use it, it's can be a nice gimmick, I suppose. It can also be utterly scary. It means that if you're fighting this thing, you have to be very careful, because if you show broadside, you aren't just eating one cell, eating like 3. And those Des Moines guns can be pretty nasty. Oh, that Satsuma is almost dead, that's good news. The other Satsuma here has won against the Shikishima, but he'll have a hard time doing too much from that position. So yeah, I think we're just gonna sink this Yoshino, and then it's probably over. Oh, well, there goes the lion. So let's see. It looks like this Yoshino is gonna... I mean, the Yoshino has to try something. It's... Once again, like the balls in the enemy's court, right? It's 3 versus 3 actually, because the Musashi just got taken out. But we have the caps, you know. The points are in our favor, and the enemy isn't really in a good position to take much away with them, especially once we take the Yoshino. The Yoshino is the best place to threaten our camps. And, well, you know, I'm gonna go just burst fire to get it down as quickly as possible. It didn't have enough hit points that so I wasn't really too concerned with it surviving that burst. And now we're gonna dodge the incoming Satsuma shells. I'm already in concealment again because my gunfire range is not enough to detect it there, even with the gun bloom. And, you know, now the enemy has 2 Satsumas, and they are too far away to do anything. This one Satsuma here is probably gonna cap C, but, you know, we just have too much points for this to matter. And the other Satsuma, well, I mean, maybe he'll actually come towards us now. I mean, he really has to. You know, for now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna keep it spotted, because I think our Des Moines has shots at it without being detected. Now let's just speed this up, because I'm not gonna shoot here. I see absolutely no reason for that. What I'm gonna do is I'll keep this thing spotted for our Des Moines. I mean, the Shimmer is also here. The Shimmer might also be doing the spotting otherwise, but you know. And that Satsuma was burned down. Now we're gonna reach 1000 points, and the enemy Satsuma won't even finish capping C. So yeah, this is a lovely victory. So here we are with the results. I had a pretty nice battle, and honestly I do enjoy the Annapolis. It's if you like a Des Moines, I think you're gonna like this thing. The burst fire mode is very situational. It can be outright scary, right? Because it just allows you to punish like a broadside very heavily if you catch a ship turning, or like you can get a destroyer that runs away before it runs out of radar and things like that. It remains to be seen how much it will affect the game overall. I mean, there are much more problematic things around in Annapolis, I think. So yeah, I mean, they're all still in testing anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you next time.